I'm a little late to the party, but behind the scenes footage recently came out for Jurassic Park Survival. And we're gonna watch this very quietly because I'm watching it very late at night and everyone is asleep. But here we go.
The opportunity to re-enter into Jurassic Park is something we've waited over 30 years to be able to do.
We've heard consistently from our fans that they were very interested in seeing a game set in Jurassic Park. We were able to make that happen.
Jurassic Park Survival is a first-person game. It's set a day after the events of the film. You play as Maya Joshi, who is an engine scientist, and it's your job to survive the island.
For the first time, we're giving you this opportunity to travel back to Isla Nublar, to explore Jurassic Park.
Taking on a project like this is a huge responsibility. This film stands out as a landmark moment in cinema.
It's really exciting to be able to translate this incredible film into a video game because you really have the opportunity to go much deeper into the film. We've worked really closely with our partners and with Amblin and our filmmakers to make sure that we're capturing the island and all the dinosaurs in really great detail.
We go through room by room in the game, level by level. We look at every possible resource from archives, from the film, from production stills, production blueprints to make sure every prop is in the same place.
We really took an up-close look at some of the props from the film. We went to the actual incubator, saw the eggs. Just that level of authenticity was just amazing, and it really brought the teams together.
We thought Saber would be the right developer for this project, again, because of their affinity for the IP. We thought Saber would be the right developer.
I don't know how connected Saber is to IP Jurassic Park, honestly.
They've really leaned into creating fantastic looking, beautifully rendered dinosaur models and animations that will look great in the game.
We were inspired by the original film. All the encounters are going to be amazing. The interactions with the dinosaurs, to see them on the big screen, and it's something else when you can actually take part and interact with them in a meaningful way.
One thing that is extremely important to get right is the dinosaurs. They are the star of this franchise. The textures, the movements, the weight of the dinosaurs on the earth, that will all feel like the dinosaurs that you know and love from the first film. I think that's what players really want. They want to be put in the driver's seat of a dinosaur encounter and have to survive it.
Can't wait and come face to face with the T-Rex. I'm gonna purposely lose so that I can get eaten by a T-Rex.
Not only do you get to re-experience all of the incredible locations from the film, but because Jurassic Park Survival is designed in game format, it gives you more time to be able to explore new locations.
There's lots of facilities, there's lots of buildings, there's lots of attractions that are under construction, there's a hotel under construction.
Things like this is what excites me about this game because they're not really acknowledging the fact that Jurassic Park, the game, exists. But in that game, they kind of explored like a amusement park. I haven't read any of the books. Most people have at least watched the films and they just don't show or talk much about the hotels in the actual amusement park part of Jurassic Park. And in Jurassic Park the game, they didn't just do it with like the environment, they also did it with like the dinosaurs. For example, the Troodon, it had like the bulging bright eyes and venomous saliva. And if you're a fan of Jurassic Park and you say that you are a fan of because of how scientifically accurate it is, that's not exactly true, right? Because the Velociraptor, for example, is like bigger than it's supposed to be. The Dilophosaurus has the frills and the shoots out venom, right? Back when Jurassic Park first came out, I'm not sure exactly how true this is. Take this with a grain of salt, but it was about as scientifically accurate as they could assume, and at the time they weren't afraid put guesses into it or their own interpretation of what the dinosaur could have been like 65 million years ago. But at this point, Jurassic Park, the films, they've been their canon to make the Velociraptor bigger than it's supposed to be, or the Dilophosaurus small with frills instead of it being fully grown like it is where you would see it at museums and such. It's so iconic from the first film, and that's what it looks like, and that's just what they stuck with. It looks like they're really trying to stick to what they know based off the films and maybe even the books. I don't think they're gonna go too crazy on the dinosaur, but the environment so far looks
fans are going to see things
really
and landmarks that they only wish they saw. Some elements from the game, some elements of the film that were talked about but never actually conceived in the film.
So as a single-player, narrative-driven experience, Jurassic Park needs both strong story and strong gameplay.
There's an interactive component that makes games unique from film.
It's going to feel like new but familiar at the same time, and then you'll be part of that tension and part of that drama and part of that awe and wonder that Jurassic really is for fans, but you'll be front and center for everything.
When we were deciding how to introduce the raptors, one thing that jumped out to us was, what if we could make the player experience what Lex and Tim did in the kitchen? That and other sequences like it are meant to put you in the shoes of those movie characters to experience the terror for yourself.
So every one of the characters in that film is indelible, and this is the bar that we're shooting for. These characters need to be as specific, distinct, colorful as the characters in the film. And Maya is the biggest example of this.
The actual journey, the arc of Maya, it's incredible. She was personally recruited by Dr. Henry Wu to become an InGen scientist to work at the park. The start of Maya's journey, she's unable to escape Isla Nublar.
Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Maya Joshi. I've been left behind on Isla Nublar.
As soon as Pyle read for the part, we knew she was going to be our Maya.
I really relate to Maya in lots of different ways. She's incredibly passionate and adventurous. I think she takes risks. She steps outside of her comfort zone. I feel like I'm learning a lot about myself, to be honest. She's very inspiring, and she has a lot of admirable traits. I think that I'm standing on the shoulders of some of the coolest female characters in cinema history. It's incredible.
I really hope that when fans play this game, they get to relive the magic they experienced from the original film.
That's what I'm hoping for.
All of us on the team are extremely passionate about this film. We all have our own childhood memories of it, and so we've come to it with the greatest respect.
But it is everything, so we are taking the time to do it justice.
Fans are core to this franchise. It's because of their passion that we get these great opportunities to create new stories. Without them, there wouldn't be a Jurassic Park Survival.
Dang. There are some things I want to go back and look at real quick.
Much deeper into
Look,
the film.
they probably
We
added
worked
all this
really
detail
closely
just
with our
by
partners
guessing. Nice shirt, by the
Amblin
way.
and our filmmakers
Cool
to make
shirt.
sure
This project,
I was
because
looking
of
at
their
this,
for the IP,
and they were
really
saying that
leaned in.
this is the day after, and these bones are all destroyed at the end of the movie. So in the game, I'm sure there's parts that may come before the movie, or they're just setting it all up so that they could dump this on the ground. Looking at this, and for some reason it reminded me a lot of Indiana Jones, the game. Indiana Jones is kind of narrow path, but it has like sections where it's like very open, but it can be seen as like going through them as levels. So if it is kind of like Indiana Jones, that would be pretty cool, honestly, because you could go in all the buildings and look around at everything and solve puzzles. Like that storage container in the back, like I'm imagining walking in there and seeing notes from scientists or from the engineers saying there's like a safe somewhere with a flashlight or tools or something like that, and grab some sort of tool that will help you survive throughout the game or something like that. Maybe even a a collectible. I don't know how much you'll be able to explore something like this, a place like this in the game. It would be cool if you could go into like those buildings on the bottom there, but it seems like just the main hotel building is what you're mainly going to be able to explore, because it looks like you're taking like a San Francisco tram all the way up to like those Jurassic Park gates. I'm imagining right now you just going through that electrical section and you just see like a random guy's arm. Like, I wonder what this is doing here. Someone must have died here. It seems like this game is meant to be more scare stealth, kind of like Resident Evil, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. A Resident Evil Indiana Jones survival game with a Jurassic Park skin sounds very intriguing indeed. It looks like they have a long ways to go still, but I'm excited, genuinely.